Hey, everybody. I was just thinking about how I learn so much when my 21-year-old son and I have conversations about human design. I introduced human design to him, I don't know, maybe a year ago now or so, something like that. And he's found it very accurate, of course. And he actually utilizes human design or uses me to reflect off of, so to speak, with his girlfriend, because my authority is emotion, so is his girlfriend, and he is sacral. And I have a couple of things to share about this. Maybe it's two separate videos. But this is not even about what our authority is, but my son, his name is Michael. He was zooming in on the fact that well, first of all, we're in the car, we're driving to go get some food, right? And he had told me the day before that he was reading his chart, just reading his chart. So I asked, so you were reading your chart the other day. What did you, get from it? And so he proceeds to say, I'm just trying to figure out how to apply it. How to apply it, right? And I'm like, you don't need to try to apply, or you're not trying to become your chart. You already are your chart, right? And so I'm like, you're not trying to be. He's a manifesting generator. I said, you're not trying to be a manifesting generator. You already are. And so I gave some guidance in terms of, if you're noticing patterns that are happening in your life over and over again, go to the chart for that. So you can get some understanding of why you're repeating a certain pattern, these types of things. But I could feel the weight of his attempting to try to figure out how to apply the chart, or to, make it applicable to him. And he already is a manifesting generator. So he proceeded to start to read some information to me about his chart, and I would draw his attention, just say stop, and try to help him to understand how his life is already applying to what he just read. So we zoomed in on the fact that he has a defined ego. Okay, he has a defined ego center. And so he went to read about what this means, and, found out about defined ego center means you have willpower. And I said, Michael, his name is Michael. I think I said that earlier. I'm like, Michael, let me assist you in understanding why you get so frustrated because I've heard him ask me this question over and over and over again. Why is it that people say that they want to do one thing and then they don't do it? I said, Michael, you can now take the weight off of your own shoulders by understanding that you have a defined ego. This means you have the ability, consistent ability, to follow through with things. You have the willpower to be able to do this. And so other people, if they do not have a defined ego center, they don't have the ability to follow through with things. So they may want to do something, and, I still would have to learn about the chart to understand, how could they be guided and assisted in terms of what their drive is, or, how they can get things done, because it doesn't mean that you just can't do it. We have to figure it out through the chart. But, guys, I wish that you could I can see when my son is processing information because he looks up and he's taking it in. And he is outer vision, by the way. So that makes sense because outer vision is what you see. So he looks up and he sees what is being said and he is taking it in. And I can feel the weight of his the prior not understanding of, oh, I said, Michael, look at your life. I said, when you decided you were going to go to college, I said, you didn't even come to me and your father. Not that you needed to, but he just jumped in and started doing the work to get all these certifications because he's going to school for cybersecurity. He just started doing it and then came and told us what he was doing. Years ago, he was heavier. And he decided he was going to lose the weight. And now my son is just this chiseled, being, very fit. And he just did it. That's it. He didn't talk about it. So he was not understanding how other people aren't capable of doing. I don't think he would say what he does. I think he would have just zoomed in on, well, maybe that is what he was thinking. I don't get that indication that I don't know, maybe he is comparing to himself, but more so just saying, if you're saying you want to do something, but why aren't you doing it? And this is with his friends and his, anybody who's around him that's talking and they're not doing what they say they're going to do, this type of thing. But anyway, just wanted to stop by and share. And also the aspect of my being a quad right, I am really zooming in on, or I zoomed in during this conversation, on how it was said that quad rights take in all of this information. You don't have to worry about trying to remember anything. Just be present with the information. And when it is correct or you're invited to do so, the person who is asking you or drawing out the information from you, it'll just come to you. So you don't have to worry about when you're studying and things like that. Are you taking in the information, because you'll just be able to access it. And when I'm having a conversation with my son, that is exactly what's happening. I didn't even know how much I remembered about human design or even the application of it until I'm having a conversation with my son and it just comes out and I'm like, that's amazing. I'm thinking this to myself. But just wanted to stop by and share that with you. And I'll see you the next time I feel like doing a video.